Hey everyone, welcome back to my daily coding series. Today's day 80. So I just got done filming the last episode because I was a day behind. Um, so I'm just gonna look at a medium graph problem. I just struggled with this backtracking problem in yesterday's video, so hopefully I can get something going. All right, so I've never seen this before, so let's take a look at it. It's called accounts merge. So we're given a list of accounts where each element is a list of strings. So that means accounts is a list of lists of strings, where the first elements is a name and the rest are emails representing emails. Okay, so we can see John with his emails. Okay. Now we'd like to merge these accounts. Two accounts definitely belong to the same person, as if there is a common email to both accounts. Note that even if two accounts have the same name, they may belong to different people. Okay, so I'm thinking this is almost like an adjacency list. A person can have any number of accounts initially, but all of their accounts definitely have the same name. After merging the accounts, return the accounts in the following format. The first element of each account is the name, and the rest of the elements are the emails in sorted order. The accounts themselves can be returned in any order. Okay. So my understanding is we're given some accounts. They can have the same name, so like John and John, but they could be different people. But if they have the same name and at least one of the same emails, then we can merge them. Yeah. And basically we just want to merge them. So in this case, we tell that these two Johns are the same people because they both have johnsmith@mail.com. So then we want to return the three of these emails in sorted order. So, yeah, so step one, I guess, is like identify a duplicate user, and then it would be merge that user into one user, and then we just kind of like repeat for all users. Yeah, so that's the idea. So there's two parts. So I can think of how to merge. So to merge, I'll just make it a function which takes in user one and user two. So they're really going to be, I guess we could say account one and account two. So they're going to be the same person. So we should assert like account one dot name equals account two dot name, even though. So actually, let's do it in the data that we're given. So it's a list of strings. So account one will be a list of strings, which is one account. So we'll say account 0, which is the name, equals account 2. So make sure those are the same. Then what we want to do is, so what should this return? So this should return a new account. So this will return a new account. So we'll say like new account equals, well, first let's say new emails. So for the emails, basically we're given two lists of emails and we want to return the unique emails in sorted order. So we'll say account 1 after index 0 plus account 2 after index 0. So these are all of the emails. Then so as a type list. So this is type list, this is type list. We're concatenating the lists. we'll typecast that to a set to get it unique. And then we can typecast it back into a list and then sort it. So this is one way to do it. I guess also what we could do is just sort it and then remove any duplicates. But the idea is you want to have a unique, so we could even make this its own function, but I'll just keep it like this for now. So this will get us new emails. And then for new account, it will be equal to a list that contains the name. And then we can extend that by new emails. I guess also we could just concatenate it, and that's fine as well. It's probably more readable. So we're going to have a name, which is a list, plus the list of the new emails, which is sorted and unique. Okay, so that's how we'll merge that. So that's step 2. But additionally, we need to like delete the duplicate user. So I guess what we could do is this function, I don't want it to have like side effects, but so it would like delete. So we need some way to delete account 2 from graph. So that could probably be in a different function. Make sure, and then this should, honestly what we could do is delete both. And so we can delete both accounts and then add new account to graph. So what we'll do is delete both of the old ones, but make sure to add the new one. Yeah, so maybe that could be in a function called like update graph. So we'll call it like update, what's it called? What do they call it? Accounts. So update accounts. And this will take in a new account and old account 1. Let's use consistent casing. So new account, and it will take in old account 1 and old account 2. And then it will like graph of new account. Actually, well, this is really a 2D list. So we'd say accounts.append new account, and then accounts.remove old account 1. Accounts.remove old account 2. So this may be slow. So that's slow. Just because removing is O_ven. So let's we'll keep it like that because I don't want to optimize too quickly. So that would be like the third thing we have to do. Okay, so now we need to identify duplicate users. I'm still not muted. Okay, good. So we have to identify duplicate users. So in terms of how I want to go about that, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could split it into groups by name. And then check if okay, so one idea, this might be slow, but we could split, or I guess it would be like group accounts by name, and then check if every pair has a duplicate email. But that would mean we'd have to check every pair. So what is this problem Okay, so let's assume that we group by name. So then we'll have like a key. So it's like a graph. So we'll have like a key like John, and then we'll have a list of values. So it's almost like a subproblem. So how do we detect if there is a duplicate, if there is the duplicate value? So we could store like a separate, like maybe a separate sort of graph looking thing. So these are also indexed because they're an array. So they have like unique identifiers in the fact that they are indexed in an array. So what we could say is, we could say that C belongs in, so what we could do is basically we'll have a graph called like email to user or something like that. And then this would have like, okay, so we encounter A. So we'll say, okay, A is in 0, ID 0. Then we encounter B. So we say B is in 0. And then we encounter C, and we say C is in 0. Then we encounter, so we're done with this. So then we encounter John 1. So now we see A. So we'll say, okay, A is also in 1. So now we've found that John 1 and John 0 are duplicates. So what we could do is either stop right there, okay, but then, so we would need to make sure that when we add them, when we add a new account, that yeah, so we would find this. So this would be how to identify duplicate users. Yeah, so now I'm thinking, well, if we have 3 duplicates as well, we probably want to, so what I'm thinking is we want to have, when we find a duplicate, we just want to like fix it right away and then keep scanning. So maybe what we would do is we'd remove, okay, so this, okay, so identify duplicate users. And this would take in, okay, I'll just call it identify duplicates. And this would just take in the accounts. And then it will, so let me, maybe I could just write this in code so I don't have to keep doing comments. So it'll take in accounts, and this will, well, first, yeah, we want to actually, it'll take in a group. So first, I think what we want to do is group, like group accounts by name, which will take in accounts, and it will return like a list of groups. And then our main function will basically, so it'll say groups equals group accounts by name. And then we'll say for group in groups, identify duplicates of that group. And this should, I guess, just return, yeah, so this should, I guess, like return a new group. Well, once we identify a duplicate, we want to use probably this function. So I'm kind of just going like back to high level how we want the whole thing to work. So we're at 15 minutes. Okay, so we want to group these accounts, identify duplicates. So once we encounter a duplicate, we want to merge the accounts. So maybe merge, instead of doing it to accounts, should actually do it local to the group. Okay, so merge will actually, so identify duplicates needs to see which are duplicates, and then we can just merge them while we go, I guess. So we'd merge group, but it seems like it's all kind of happening under this function, which doesn't seem good. So first we want to kind of build this. Maybe I should just start, yeah. So this isn't too bad, but I guess I'm just thinking like, what's the order that we do this? Because, okay, so let's say we encounter this right away. Then we want to, if we encounter this, then we want to remove this, merge these two. So then you just do A, B, C, D like that. So that would get us the merge. And then, but then you need to also keep track that, so this list now, D, yeah, so I think our merge function needs to change a bit. So this will really take in, so it's going to update email to user. And what is this? This is a group. So this is going to take in like account 1 and account 2, and also email to user. And I think group. So then it will, so we know that these two are duplicates. So what we'll say is, okay, so we'll always remove account 2. So we want to group everything into the first one. So yeah. Okay, so this is a, what is this? This is a list. So this is so this is an account that looks like this. So what we would say is for I in range group, and we'll say email to user equals this. Okay, so now we're in one account. So account equals group of I. And then we'll say so for email in account of 1 onward. So for every email in the account, let me print email. Okay. So just so I can start debugging, I'm just going to start implementing the code. So to group accounts by name, I should have a dictionary called groups. Yeah, I guess I didn't really think of the data type for this. Okay, so let's say we have a dictionary, and then for account in accounts, if account of 0 not in groups, then groups of, I guess we could say name equals account of 0. If the name isn't in the group, then groups of name equals empty list, and then groups of name dot append account. Maybe we should just append the emails. Okay. So let me try printing this out. And just seeing if this gives me what I'm thinking it should. So I want a dictionary where every key is a person. I have no standard out. I'm not returning anything. Okay, that would make sense. So I should return groups. All right, we're at 22 minutes. So John has this email and this email and this email, and Mary. So actually, okay, so this is one set of emails. One, two, three. And then Mary has one. But I thought this... I don't see Johnny... Oh, I didn't see this one. Okay. So this looks like it's working correctly. So now it's grouped by every name. Okay. So then we'll say for group in groups, we will call identify groups. Like this. We will say, I'll just call it for now. I have identity, identify. Identify duplicates of group. So right now this doesn't do anything, but just for debugging purposes, I will keep it like that. Okay, so now I want to so first let me print group. So now this is of type dictionary. So how could I do this? So for I in range group, account equals group of I. That's not really true. This is more like emails. And then we would say for email in emails. So this should print out all the emails in the order that we would encounter them in the string object for I in range length of group. All right. Sorry, output isn't. Oh, all right. So that's not at all. So group is just John. Really? Huh. So I thought groups was of type dictionary based on my... Yeah. So... Oh, do I need to pass it maybe like name emails? Because it was only looking at the keys. So now what we want to say is for... So it's like a set of emails. Like list of emails. But it's like a list of lists of emails. List of account emails. So we could say for account emails in list of account emails. So this would give us one, but I wanted this I. Yeah, for I in range of length of a list of account emails. Emails equals list of account emails of I. Then for email in emails. Okay, so for each email, if email not in email to user, then email of email to user of email equals user I. Well, let's say, I thought it was, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, equals, let's just say empty list and then email to user of email dot append I. So let me print here email to user. All right, so let's try that. See if that fails. Too many values to unpack. Should I do that? Okay. So it says that John Smith belongs to 0 and 1. That's correct. New York Mail just belongs to 0. John 00 just belongs to 1. And Johnny Bravo just belongs to 2. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. So now the question is, do I merge it like right away? And I think the answer is yes. So now we could say, well, all right, so let's make it I. If it's already in there, then let's call merge. Yeah, let's call merge. And what does our merge function do? Yeah, this one. I'll just keep that there. Okay, so our merge function takes in two accounts. So it's going to take in account 1, account 2, and email to user. I don't think it needs group, does it? Well, group isn't even in this scope anyway. But does it have to... We want to get rid of it in accounts. Yeah, we do want to get rid of it for accounts. But either way, what I'm thinking here is we'll pass so we could just set it to I. So then we will pass whatever this was, so email to user of email, so the one that was already there, and the new one. Okay, so this looks good. So we want to merge these two. Yeah, so that looks good. The only problem is, I suppose we're not really looping. I wanted to make sure that we're not looping through email to user and then modifying it, because this will modify email to user. So let me copy and paste this from over here. So we're at 32 minutes. So this one might go a little longer. So remember, this is emails to user. So if we found that two users have identical emails, then we want to, is there a way that we can, all we're given is an index though. So we have to also take list of account emails and name. But we need an else here. Okay, so now what we want to do is, so our goal, what's our goal? Our goal is we have two users with the same, so we have two users. So when we encounter this, we know that user 0 and user 1 so these are really indexes. So we'll say, first of all, so account 1, yeah, whatever. Let's just say name list of account emails. Then we'll say name list of account emails. All right, so we'll say account 1 equals list of account emails at index account index, and then account2 equals list of account emails at account index, and this will be account2 index and account1 index. Yeah, that looks right. So this will give us which index. So it'll give us, this is a set of emails. So this is a list of emails. So account one is of type list of emails. So now what we want to do is do this. So we'll say like new email list equals this one. So account one plus account two. So this should be a list plus a list, set list sorted. And now we want to, so email, what does email to user have to change? Yeah, so email to user definitely has to change so that we can continue doing this. We want it to now just be all of these emails under the same user. Yeah, so we want all of the emails of that's tricky. Yeah, so this is the new email list. It's kind of tough with email to user, but what we could do is for like accounts, we can say accounts or I guess just like the group. Actually, I think we just want to feed it back in. And this should, ideally this would just give us a group of size 1. So returns a group of size 1. Yeah, that sounds good. So new email list is this. And then we want email to user. So for every email, so for email in new email list, we want email to user of that email to be equal to, let's just say account 1 index instead. Because now we're just going to say which user it belongs to. It can only belong to one user now. So for every, we'll just make it be account 1. And then does that like fix everything? So this part doesn't actually have to be this part really doesn't have to be sorted a list, or like it doesn't have to be unique or sorted. So I think we can just say we could make it a set. I don't know if that saves us any time. Okay. So let me print email to user once before the merge and once after. So first let's see if that runs. Okay, so what is going on? Are we printing? Yeah, so it's just here. So let me just do before. Just so I can see which one's before and which one's after. Okay, so it's, whoops, I did not mean to click that. Okay, so it looks like it's being called before twice and then after twice. Yeah. So John Smith, okay, so when it first gets encountered, let me print also email to user of email and I. So which two users? So it should be 0 and 1 probably, yeah. So 0 and 1. So these have a conflict. So this is it. And then we notice that this email, so John Smith mail, is already in this with 0. So then we call it for 0 and 1. And then our new merged list is they all belong to 0. Okay, then when we call, all right, so we want to actually, so once we do this, I think we want to break. Because we don't need to like keep doing that anymore. Yeah, so that looks like a good merge. Okay, so where is Mary then? I guess Mary is never. Okay, so what happens if I print email to user? So it looks like it might successfully have worked. Because now it's, okay, well, we have Johnny Bravo. So let's just look at the different states of where everything is at different parts of the code. 43 minutes, so a little over time. Okay, so we merged John, but we're not merging Johnny Bravo. So let me print here what emails equals, because it looks like it's not even, I'm not sure if Johnny Bravo is ever being, it should be. Okay, so it's that, and then this, before, after, emails is Johnny Bravo. So Johnny Bravo, oh, he's a unique user. Oh, so maybe that's expected behavior then. I just realized, yeah, he's a unique user. So our final email is this guy's all 0, this guy's 2, and for John group. Okay. Yeah, that's actually fine. So it shouldn't return a group of size 1. It should return a group of only unique users. All right. So this will return email to user. Which I suppose is fine. So let me just print what email to user is, and then think if there's a more clever way to email to user. Let's see if there's like a more clever way to do it. So the final one. So for Johnny, it's this. So what we could do is just, yeah, but we don't have any recognition of the name anymore. What if instead of I just put their name? No, that wouldn't work. We should definitely know their name though. What about test case 2? Does this look correct? So we have Gabe, Kevin, Ethan, Hanzo, and Fern. So Gabe, Kevin, Ethan, Hanzo, and Fern. Yeah, okay. So this gives me information, but it would be kind of maybe inefficient to parse it like that. Or maybe not. But maybe I'm trying to optimize too quickly, because given this, we have all the information we need for the final answer. I don't know if there's like 3 accounts that have duplicates, if this will work. I think it will. But okay, so we have this information as email to user, but we really want user to email at this stage. So maybe after we break out of here, we can say so email is a set of emails, right? Or no, emails is a set of emails. So one email. So emails, we could say, so what if we print name and then emails? Well, email to user is really where everything's being stored. So I was wondering if that would just give me the correct answer that I want, but not. No, it just gives me each account. Maybe what we could do is merge could return the new email list as well. So it could return the new email list, and then in which case I would set it and then sort it. And then new email list. So this may work. New email list. Yeah, new. Okay. So what am I printing? Just name and the new email list. So name. So this one works. This one works. This one works. But I think what we should do instead is here. So we should have a list which maps the name So like this one wouldn't. So how can I ensure that if there's a duplicate, it won't also like activate here? I could do a flag, but that feels like so bad. Maybe I could just say like, if new email list, that means we broke here. So that's good. Well, do I just do it outside? Maybe that's what I do. Is out here. Because when it reaches that point, it should be fully unique at that point. So name, I see one name, two name. So John, Mary. I don't see the one that's been combined though. Because then it will. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to print anything except for what I'm looking for. Yeah, so for some reason, so when this is true, it breaks out. And then it just gets overwritten. Yeah, yeah. So we need this to. So this is, it's almost like there's two merging. There's this, but then there's also like, we need to merge this one with the real whole email list. So I'm pretty close, but it's, I went really over time today. So I'm just going to call this video here. I think I did pretty good. This is definitely a problem that would benefit from statically typed languages, I feel like, because I kept getting lost with types. I don't know if my functions weren't good, or I think what I should have done is started from the end. So I should have thought about what I want my final product to be and go from there. So I should have realized that, I basically need to condense them. So I did the hard part, and like the rest of it could be done from here. But I think I just lost focus on, not that I even lost focus, but like this sort of stuff is just a sign of bad design. Because so the part with if I should merge, and like merging during the loop, I think was probably not a good idea. And maybe I could have just, I think it's too ingrained within me to optimize, and I kept shutting down like ideas that may have been good for design just because I thought they were like slow or something like that. Um, but yeah, either way, so that's today's video. I feel like it was still like good practice coding for sure. I'm glad I was able to do a lot of the parts pretty easily. But yeah, I think this came down to just like poor design and not starting with the end goal first. Like a lot of times it's good to start with like, what do I want? And then go backwards from there. Whereas this, I kind of started from the front and then just got lost in the middle. But yeah, so that's today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. That was day 80, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 81.